Hello there, it's SharRon Jamison from the Jamison Group, and I thought I was just pop on. I put out a post earlier today that if you're a person of purpose, and we all are people of purpose, that we just don't need company in our lives. We need competence, right? We need people who will help us be better, do better, say better. We need people who will help us be our best self. Hey, Lori. So I'm here, where am I? Birmingham, and in my hotel room. And I thought I would list 10 things that we can do if one of our friends or our loved ones is walking in their purpose. There are 10 things I think that will be helpful for us to consider. And of course, there are more things, but I thought that these 10 things will get us started so that we can be resources to people who are doing their divine assignments. Okay? So number one, instead of only, hey Toka, instead of only wanting your person to party with you, help them plan, prepare, so that they can perform and produce. Again, instead of just being there and wanting them to always party and hang out, help them prepare and plan so that they can perform and produce. Because it's nothing feels better than doing what you have been commissioned or wired or ordained to do. Nothing feels better than that. So help them do that. Secondly, instead of calling and having small talk, engage in big talk. What I mean by engaging in big talk, I mean engaging in visioning work. Have conversations like, what if you did this? What if you did that? Because if a person is in purpose, they need ideas. They don't want to talk about the weather and, what's happening, down the street, what restaurant tastes good. That's important. I want to continue to have those conversations. But people who are walking in their purpose, it's important not to just have small talk, but big talk. Talk about vision, talk about opportunity, talk about potential, talk about what if, talk about the sky is the limit. Those are the conversations that are helpful when people are trying to do things that they've never done before. Those are the conversations that are helpful. Okay, third thing, instead of just liking a post on Facebook, find a way to leverage a post in Facebook. What do I mean by that? I think so many times we like everything that everybody else has, but we overlook our family and friends, right? But the way to leverage a post on Facebook or social media is to share it, but just not share it with an endorsement. Share it saying, this is your friend, this is your family, you saw their work, something like that. So the third thing you can do, don't like a post on Facebook or Instagram. Leverage it, share it, endorse the person if they're your friend. That will really help them. Fourth, instead of calling them and talking about an individual, hey Camille, talk about ideas. I think that sometimes we forget that it's not really helpful to talk about somebody because everybody has their life, everybody has their own journey. Hey Yolanda, but if a person is in purpose, talk to them about ideas. Talk to them about opportunities. Talk to them about ways that they can deliver their products, ways that they can promote their book, ways that they can promote their hair, whatever they sell, ways that they can package their message so that it resonates with the community. Talk about ways that they can leverage their voice to help people. Hey, Shauna, talk to them about ways that they can leverage their mission. There's so many things that we can do that sometimes we don't see all the opportunities, because if you're a person of purpose, sometimes you're so focused that it's so helpful to have somebody to talk to you, not about people, talk about ideas. That's helpful. Hey, Shauna, number 5, instead of sending chain letters, send examples of excellence. Send examples of what competitors are doing that really resonates with them. Hey, Detasia, I think so often one of the things that's really irritating to me is getting chain letters. How is that helpful? I think that chain letters should be against the law. But send them ways and ideas to make their business better, to refine their business, to polish their business. I have one person, her name is Yvonne Yvonne Max. So I just want to acknowledge her. Every day she sends me an idea of what she sees that will fit my market or fit my plan or fit my message. Hey, Gigi and T. So if your friend is a friend of purpose, don't send them a chain letter, but send them examples, send them a YouTube video, send them something that will motivate them, inspire them, things that challenge them to think differently, to think better, to think bolder. Hey, Joyce, hey, Greg. So that's really important. Again, number 6, if you have a person who's of purpose, instead of assuming that they need something, ask them, hey, how can I support you? How can I serve you? How can I participate? It's so important. I think you assume that if a person is in their purpose or have their business, that they have everything covered. There's so much that we need, but it's so much that we don't even know that we need. So don't assume that we know everything. Just ask us how you can support us. Hey, Dr. Verlika, hey, Yamaya, so that we can serve each other and support each other. Again, number 7, instead of calling your friend just to communicate, find ways to connect them to other movers and shakers. Find ways to connect them to other resources. Find ways to connect them. I think so many times that we just think about, I'm just going to call and chat. Listen, nobody has time to chat. We need help with collaborating. We need help to connecting. We need help to resourcing. So I think that's really important, because I think that we want to call the chat. But if a person, especially a person in business by themselves, and they have a job and a hustle and a family, they might not have that time. It's not that they don't love you, but if you're committed to purpose, it's really, really important to move forward and to move forward expeditiously. Some of us are over 50. Like me, I ain't got time. I spent the 20 and 30s being in fear, and fear is a luxury for people who are not doing anything. Fear is an adult indulgence, arrogant indulgence. That's what I think fear is, an arrogant indulgence. But if you have a job to do, you don't have time for fear. And so just know that people are committed as they get older. They don't want to waste any more time. Hey, Mitzi. Okay, number 9. If you are having people in your life who are working in their purpose, know that you might not get quantity time, but you get quality. Make every time count. I know sometimes that many people who don't understand what I'm doing, they call me, they want to complain. You don't call me. We don't spend time together. And they sit there and tell me things that I'm not doing for 20, 30 minutes. Look, I know that I'm being a bootleg friend. It's not that I'm trying to, it's that I'm trying to spend this time, because I know that after you get 50, something just triggers you and you realize you don't have a lot of time left. You realize that you have less time behind you, and so you have nothing but commitment to do what you probably should have done in your 20s and 30s, but you didn't have the expertise, or you didn't have the gumption, you didn't have the tenacity. So know that if one of your loved ones is walking in their purpose, you're not going to get quality time. Quantity time. You're going to get quality time. So I think that's so important. Number 9, if your person is working in purpose, when you call them, don't put seeds of doubt in their mind. Put seeds of determination. Put seeds of determination, not doubt. I get really frustrated, and I know some of my friends who are entrepreneurs also. You call like, well, girl, what if that doesn't work? Look, I ain't got time. This got to work. Well, what if you fail? I ain't got time to talk about if I fail. If you're going to call, talk about, listen, tell me how you think it could work. Tell me how you think it could be successful. Tell me how I can be more devoted. Tell me how I can be more disciplined. I don't need seeds of doubt. I need seeds of determination. All of us need that. Hey, Karen and Mimi. So if your friend or your loved one is in their divine assignment, don't give them doubt. Give them determination. Give them ideas for development. Give them ideas on how to be more disciplined so that they can do what God has called them to do. And then the last thing, if you have a friend who's part of walking in their purpose, don't get pissed off. Pray for them. Listen, when you are focused, you're going to miss a lot of things. It's not that we are self-absorbed. It's not that entrepreneurs don't care. It's not that people who are on a mission think that their life is more important than yours. Absolutely not. I think what happens is that We need people, yes, Missy, to be encouraging and positive. We want people, she's Yolanda, call them wise woman moves. Yes, I love that. Yes, I love that. And so it's so important to know that we are doing the best we can with what we have. We're trying to use what we got to get what we need. And sometimes only thing we got is determination. Only thing we got is a prayer. Only thing we got is a dream. And sometimes you have to use what you got to get what you need. And it's not that we are not cognizant of your needs. We are. Hey, Gail and Lynn. So, but I just want to pull that out. On Saturday, I heard T.D. Jakes, I love him. He said that when you're walking in purpose, you have to remember that you're an eagle. And if you're an eagle, you can't sit around the table with chickens at an eagle table. So just think about it. You can't sit around talking to chickens if you want to sit at an eagle table. People of purpose are people who are eagles. They want to soar. They want to be more, do more. They are pioneers. They're visionaries. And what they want to see is their dreams. They want to see their passions. They want to see things come into fruition. They have to walk in faith. And the only way to walk in faith is to make sure that they are committed, that they're disciplined, that they're focused. So I just wanted to share that. So if you find that your friend is a person of purpose, he or she is walking in their divine assignment, they're pursuing their dream, and they're trying not to lose momentum, just know that there's so many things that you can do, because it's not that they don't love you. They do love you. But they're trying to move forward in a way that they cannot answer to you, but to answer to God. Because here's the choice sometimes. I tell people, I have people, I can do what people want me to do, or I can do what purpose wants me to do. Now, purpose is God-given. Now that's my choice. People are purpose. Now, I tell people, you're going to lose. But however, why do we have to stack ourselves up against somebody's purpose or somebody's dream? You can have them both. But sometimes how you need to show up to be supportive of those people might be different. But it's only a short time. Just think about it. If you know somebody 50 years, 60 years, 70 years, if they only are committed to their purpose, they have to spend the most time when their dream is an infant. It's kind of like having a baby. Those first 3 to 4 years of starting a business, starting a mission, starting a movement, starting a dream, they're critical. And those are the times that we have to commit ourselves to that thing. Then after that, you have more opportunity to spend time with people. But you got to spend time on the foundation, because without a good foundation, you can't flourish. Without a good foundation, there's no fulfillment. Hey, Dr. Lowe and Tidra, without a good foundation, you cannot be all that God has called you to be. I feel like this. Purpose is ordering me. And I say this, I'm never going to let my ego order things that my talent can't deliver, right? So if your talent can't deliver it, that means I'm going to have to reach out to resources to help me deliver it, because it has to be delivered. The baby is going to be delivered. If somebody is pregnant with possibility and pregnant with potential, the baby is going to be delivered. So either you're going to help a person to have labor, right? Help them and serve as a emotional, spiritual, financial, maybe midwife, so this baby can be delivered. Or are you going to stand on the sidelines and not support the person? So I think that is so important. I want people to be midwives in my life, and I want somebody to be I want to be midwives in other people's lives, because we got a job to do, and we have a God to glorify, and purpose is from God. So I just wanted to leave those 10 things that you can do, because I love company, but at the end of the day, I want competence. And I want all my friends to be competent, and I want all my friends to push me to my greatest competence. I want my friends to love me so much that they will put their foot up my butt and say, SharRon, you're only giving 6%, and you should be giving 100%. I want my friends to call me on my lack of greatness, and my lack of integrity, or my lack of excellence. I want my friends to say, look, you're not giving all you can. I want my friends to even to talk about how I talk. I want them to say, look, SharRon, your conversation is contradicting your calling. Shut your mouth. See, that's a friend. I want someone to call me on it. I want them to say, listen, you're not doing what you need to be doing. Because that's love. It's love when people, love holds you accountable. Love does not applaud deficiency. Love does not applaud or allow dysfunction. Love does not allow or make space for pathology. Love does not allow or make space for cray cray. Cray cray ain't okay. Love says you got to be more. Love says you can do better. Love says you're not giving 100%. Love says that article is terrible. Love says that was a terrible presentation. Love says you're dressed too tight. Love says you gained 25 pounds, get on a treadmill. Love says, you know what, like that SharRon, you're not functioning in a way that serves God. That's love. And so if you have a person who's on purpose, do those 10 things, because listen, when you love someone and they are doing what God wants them to do, guess what? They're going to turn around and love you back. Because I don't care if a person loves me, they love me and my gift. Because if not, if you only love me and you don't love my gift, you don't even know who and what I'm about. Yes? So I hope that encourages you. Hey, Selena, hey, Karen. You know I can't read because I have on lashes, but I don't have on glasses. And so I can't really see, but I got my lashes on right, but I can't see you. So if I missed your message, I do apologize. Thanks so much for joining me this morning. I'm off to work, and blessings to you always, and let's dare to soar higher together. Blessings. Oh yes, I want to make sure you know I have a new program called Rise. It costs $7. $7 for 10 days of motivation and lessons and videos. $7. I don't have my computer, so what I'll do is I'll put a link, but I would love for you to join me. $7 for 10 days. Where can you get that? I want to make sure that I had a program that's accessible to everybody, and the $7 just plays for all the programming. So it's not like I'm making money off of it, but I wanted to share. Yes, and I want your feedback because I can only get better through you. Blessings. See you later. Thanks so much for joining me.